everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a part 2 to the owl. Now I didn't really do this as a colour along, it was more colour along slash colour and chart, listen to me ramble. Now this is from Imagimorphia by Kerby Rosanes. I decided on this book because purely I'd not coloured it in it for a long time. Now we did these colours, I have actually written down the colours, pat on the back for me, as well as swatching loads of colours on here. I used Inktense pencils, the teal green and the dark aquamarine, just them two colours. Now I will go over the top with some pencils as well, just to add a little bit more depth I think. I've just checked as well, no bleed through, no nothing, and I've not gessoed the page. I do get that quite a lot with water mediums. People ask, do I gesso the page? And normally when I've gessoed or prepped the page I do normally say, but today I haven't. And again I've just chosen two colours just for this side. I just want to make it quite simple and easy, and I've just chosen for my darkest one the Chinese ink. I nearly said Chinese white then, I was thinking of the drawing pencils, and then just mustard. So I want to see what these two are like together. Now it was sort of a let's just put the colour down and see, and I didn't swatch it before, and then luckily it worked out sort of thing. So let's hope it's the same thing again. Just make sure that my brushes are clean. I'm working with the, I think the Kuretake water brushes, and I've got the smallest one that I own and then the biggest one. I did most of this with the biggest one, and I think the small area for this. So I'll do the same thing again, but this time I think I'll do the body just real time, and then all the wings I will probably do it as a time lapse all in this video, just to keep it all tight and neat together, and then the background I will just do as a normal video. But yeah, we've lost that smooth, that's what I was talking about in the first video, of how smooth it is. If you did miss it, I will leave it linked up here somewhere. It should pop up here, or I'll leave it linked down below. So I was doing each individual bit on this one, and I found it easier actually, and they don't look much different. I mean, there's a little bit more depth in that, but I could always add that back in pencil, but I found it a lot easier doing it all together. And I think I will do that on this side. I think I would have found it a little bit harder as well, because they were quite big areas that I was working with. So we'll just base this all with this mustard colour. I'm not really using a heavy hand here. If you do hear banging or something chewing or little patters, I've got both of my dogs out, and then my daughter's upstairs watching. What's she watching now? I think she's watching Alvin and the Chipmunks. Alvin and the Chipmunks. So I've probably got about half an hour to film. So I'm hoping that I managed to get most of this done anyway, and then we can start working on the background. It's a really nice colour, this one, really nice. I think this is one of my most used browns in this set. I wish the Inktense would come out with some more colours, I really do. Now the feet, I'm just going to pretend that they're not there, because I just want that base colour there, and then over the top with pencils later to add more details. Now let's not forget this feather and all these other feathers, because I was a bit stuck with with these the screws and stuff. I'm half wishing that I went over with the teal colour, so I might have to go back and do that, possibly. So if you've not tried Inktense pencils, they are beautiful. If you're anything like me, when I first saw these in the art shop, I did not understand what the fuss was about, but once I'd bought my first set and started playing with them, I realised how much they pack a punch. They really do come into their own when you add that water to it. Now I'll leave these until I do all this part, I think. So the Chinese ink, I nearly said it again, I nearly said Chinese white. You can see how much I love the Derwent drawing pencils as well. I might even use them. They've got some lovely earth tones in that set, so I might end up using them. I don't know. I want to use my Chroma 4 pencils again as well, but I want to use my Prisma, so I don't know. So indecisive. So I'm just going to add a little bit to start off with this being, it's more or less black. It's a very, very dark grey. Well, she's having a whirl of a time up there. Yeah, so it's more or less black this, so just try my best not to add too much to start off with. I've got both my dog walls at the side of me because I've got my doors open. So the feathers I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful. So actually, my gosh, you think she was having a party up there. I'm going to activate this tail to do all these feathers, and then I'll worry about all this bit. So let's see if I can do the lighter areas first and then move to the dark. And I need my cloth for this one. Oh, now she's squealing. Definitely something funny she's watching. I'm going to switch water brushes. I don't like that one's so big, it's hard to get into the details. I've really challenged myself with these two colours. Just try and activate the lighter areas first, and then move on to the dark. Keep tapping off the brush. I don't think that is too bad. It's a lot more yellow than I remember. So let's see if I can pull this colour back up. I'm going to pinch some of that colour as well and add that. That's not looking too bad, is it? Trust me when I say it's just upstairs in a bedroom. She's just having a really good time watching her programmes. But I think I said it in my last video, I don't like leaving her up there for too long. And I think that child will sit up there watching TV all day if I'd let her. Right. So we're getting somewhere. Clean my brush off again. Like this. I think my camera and my memory card just actually died on me. It completely filled up, which is my fault, so I didn't delete old footage. Now I don't know if I said the outro, but I'm just going to do this little bit as a little time lapse. But the next part of the video, Part number 3, I'll do the whole background as real time and explain what I'm doing and whatnot. But I think once I've done this, I'm just going to add a little bit of shading. I've not decided what pencils that I'm going to use in, but you'll see in the video. And like I said, I'll do it all as a time lapse, and I do hope that you're alright with that. But I did say I'm hoping that it did record, that it's just due to the kids being off school, so I hope that you understand. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.